For the smaller barrique, it's called a red.
Red and some whites. The Chemin des Oiseaux Chardonnay and Baumgarten Pinot Blanc in little oak barrels too.
Okay. So because the Chassagne is a very famous barrique
Yes.
in the producer.
Chassin.
Yes,
Yes.
I know.
Very good barrels.
Yeah.
I work with Chassin and with Rousseau. It depends of the wine and of the vintages.
Okay.
With cold vintages, I like to work with Chassin. And when the acidity level is lower, I work best with Rousseau.
Okay.
So this is a very traditional Alsatian cellar. Underground, all underground.
Yes.
The level of the street is on the little windows. It's good to keep a good level of humidity. For the oak barrel, it's very important. Please.
How old?
How old?
Yes.
It depends on the barrel. The older you can see there. This is the older.
何年？
おお、すごい。ベリーオール。
Et le reste?
Je ne sais pas. C'est pareil, les autres ne sont pas adaptés.
D'accord.
Et my vinification is enfin que tu m'aides là. Vaut mieux que tu traduises, ce sera plus fluide et on va gagner du temps.
Ouais. I make the translation
Yeah.
for the technical part.
C'est une vinification plutôt classique mais peu intrusive, peu interventionniste.
It's a very traditional way of making the wine, Alsatian way, with the fewest actions to do. The less we do, the best it is for the wine.
De toute manière, pour moi, le plus important, enfin, c'est quand le raisin est bon, il n'y a pas grand-chose à faire.
That's a very logical way. If you have a perfect grape, you have the easiest way to produce a wine, and that's why you don't have to make so much intervention on the wine. Voilà, the most of the work is outside and in the vineyard, and that is the key part for your estate.
When you harvest, the picking up the grapes,
Yes.
and then you press, and after that, inside to the barrel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just before a little clarification of the juice, and after in big barrels or in steel tanks, it depends of the wine.
Grapes. Okay.
Crément, muscat, all every time in steel tanks,
Okay.
and the rest big oak barrels. And after begins the fermentation with natural yeasts. During 1 month, 6 weeks, no malolactic. Just on the reds and Crémant, malolactic, of course. But on the other whites, I don't want malolactic fermentation to keep a good acidity and freshness. And after, during all the winter and the beginning of the spring, the step, the more important step for me in the vinification is the aging on lees. This is very, very important for me.
That's good.
To have a maturity. Et tu gagnes encore en maturité, les arômes se développent, c'est vraiment une étape très importante. Vas-y.
The aging on lees brings some body, some expression, and great maturity, as you were saying, for the wine. So it's a key part for having a greater quality for the wines.
Okay.
That's a big step of the vinification.
Okay.
Thank you.
And go to the vineyard
Yeah.
now and after tasting.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's okay
It's
for you?
prefer. Yeah. So we drive and follow you.
Yes, we drive and
Okay.
To follow you.
Yes. If you know,
Yeah, I know.
in organic production since 10 years. Oui. Okay.
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 Perfect.
All sides. Ouais. Here we are. The name of this terroir is Fronols.
Honors.
So it's on this place that we produce our best wines. With here we have grape variety like Riesling, Pinot Noir, Pinot Gris, and Gewürztraminer, and a little plot of Muscat.
How altitude?
300.
300.
So did you say
Yes. It's this plot.
それはこれだよ。
Yes. Yeah.
でもリースリング何ってでまあ一番いいまあほら全部行くわけにいかないからとりあえず。How the terroir?
What kind of soil?
Yeah, yes.
Silicious clay. It's a
Silicious
very
clay.
particularly geology for this area. Here we have no limestone, no granite. It's specific rocks like rich in silice.
It's a very heavy sticky earth. That makes it quality of the expression and nice balance on the wine, which is the silice.
Chilies.
What's spelling?
S-I-L-I.
S-I-L-I-C-E.
Silice in
Silice.
French,
And
and I suppose also in
Silice clay. You said the silice.
yeah, and clay is the sticky earthy part.
The silice name is a stone name.
Yeah, it's a mix. It's a mixed soil between the two. So it's a clay ground, but you have like layers of silice or composites of it.
Tu sais dire le grès en...
Sandstone.
It's a kind of sandstone.
Uh-huh.
Sandstone.
Sandstone.
It's a kind of sandstone, but a little bit different than the normal sandstone. Because normal sandstone is red, pink, red, pink, and this is yellow. But it's not limestone.
石灰岩質土壌はないんだ。This soil is only a high altitude, or for example, we import basic class. The
Tradition range?
traditional range is the same kind of the soil.
Not everywhere. Mais la vin silicieux se retrouve sur des vins
Yes,
traditionnels.
on the normal range, the vineyard is with other soils. C'est plus des limons.
Yes. Et le limon, c'est quoi? C'est. Oh, maintenant ça va plus me revenir. Mais je crois que.
C'est dans la plaine. Comment tu dis?
On the plain side, you have.
Soils are more sandy.
Yes.
And here we have most clay.
Okay.
Après, t'as pas le Gewürz traduit quand même ici dans le secteur? Non, tu l'as rebougé?
Ici, ouais.
Oui,
le Gewürztraminer.
The Gewürztraminers are planted here on the front walls from the tradition, but the rest would be more on selected parcels on the plains or on the plateau, just below where it's more sandy soil. But Gewürztraminer is a historic grape you find on estates Badeer and planted also here in the area.
OK。レベル2のスタンダードはスタンダードクラスでもこっちに植えてんだって。要するにスタンダードクラスは砂で、ちょっと上のクラスはここら辺にみんなほとんど植えてるっつって。OK。
So in the vineyard, my philosophy is to have nice biodiversity. Biodiversity is very important for me. That's why we have some trees, and I don't want to cut the grass between the line, because if you cut, you have only one space of grass, this one. So I let grow the grass during all the spring, and in the beginning of the summer, I lay down grass with a kind of roller, and this is good because it forms an insulating layer, and it protects soil against UV rays, and protects microorganisms too. And that's good for it brings a nice dynamic in the soil. And when the soil is in good health, grapes are very better.
まあ葉っぱは春の間中は生やしてます。How old the vine?
How old? This is 20 years old.
20 years old. Regularly, some vineyards old.
Yes. For example, Erdengott Riesling, a few hundred meters higher, was planted in just after the Second World War.
おお、
うん
そのなんか一番、は、まあ、1945年だから。
And this is old
あ、
that we have.
66、7、80。
And this one is one of the first plot that I plant.
あ、オッケー。僕の代でここは植えたから20
Parce qu'il n'y avait pas de
年。
pinot noir.
Ouais, enfin,
On est-
c'était-
1968
il y
何
en
が
avait pas,
Et le
c'était
Dengo.
pas des belles
Hein
vignes.
エルゲンゴット畑
45年に植えたからそこから引き算して足し算して。
フロンフォルス
Moi, je fais la prof, c'est justifier votre réponse.
うん。
Je vais pas
Des
faire le
volets.
fichier de verre de terre
Hmm.
parce que la dernière fois, avec
あ、
les
これがここかってこと？
Ouais,
いやい
c'est
や
gavé.
そうなんですフロンフォルツなんですよ
うん。
みんなフロンフォルツ
あ
だからメインはもうほぼここで
ってことか。ああ、なるほどね。
スタンダードクラスは他
そのな
の
んかプレー
畑のも
トって言ってた。
入れ
下、
入れ
下。下って言ってるよ。
そうそうでも上のクラスは単一畑になる
ああ、なるほどね。はい
これはエル
はいはい。
ドンゴットだけどこの辺
ああ、
が基本
名前がついてるのね。
フロンフォ
はい
ルツが基
はいはい。あ、はいはい。そういう丘にいるんだな。そういいだろう。はい。だからそれが300メートル。
今300メートル
そう、ここ。うん。で、それがフロンコルツなんでしょ、ここら辺が。
っていう名前のなんかあれなんだろうね
の
エリアっていうか
OK。
It's one important place to see.
いや、
Yeah.
Yeah, the view is not too bad too, but it's a very important place where you find some of the best wines from the estate. So now you can see it.
So these grass is you なんつうのかな、you put on the sheets for the grass or
No,
the
oh,
not
it's
natural.
natural.
ああ、
It's
OK。うん、もう勝手に
うんうん
生えてるやつだと別に種を植えない。うん。Now, from now, you have to do the much walking in the vineyard. You walk the branch and the.
Oui, Mathilde, je suis pas sûr d'avoir compris. Can you repeat the question, please?
You, he have to the management to the branch, the number of the branches. For example, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Around 8 or 10 branches.
Yeah,
He have to some cut or the let to the natural.
It depends on the vintages.
Uh-huh.
So, for example, last year,
Uh-huh.
Vine was very generous,
Uh-huh.
and I cut a part of
Okay.
to keep the quality.
Uh-huh.
And this year, we show that there is less level of production.
Uh-huh.
So
you
I
don't
keep
keep the
everything.
Okay.
年によってあれなんだね
This is future grapes,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and we can see that there are small.
Uh-huh.
Last year it was big,
big.
and this year very small.
So you.
so we should
I
keep
keep
it.
everything,
Yeah.
and it's just the beginning of the season. If the summer is dry,
Dry.
or the level production go down, so il faut rester prudent.
we keep it reasonable, and we take baby steps before cutting anything from the vineyard. Anyway, you have a first control of it when you're pruning, leaving ice a burden enough, and then you adapt. And this is a year where there is no adaptation needed because, as I told you, the grapes are smaller. If it will be dry, then the quantity is fewer. While last year it was very generous. So, still after pruning, we had to cut something off.
En fait, déjà la base en taille très courte, quoi.
Ouais, c'est ça, c'est ce que je disais. The pruning is very, very strict by Pierre. So it's quite short and not so many eyes in the first place. So that's why it's no need now to cut off. We are not very generous by the pruning because we are quite strict from the beginning with the vines.
Okay.
Voilà. Next
Okay.
treasure of the estate. Comme ça. Tu veux les emmener ailleurs?
Non.
Voilà. For the vineyard part.
Yeah.
Or you wanted to see something else? Else we can head to tasting. Or there's some place you wanted to see.
どこか行きたいとこがあったら。
D'où la pointe là, à droite.
これがヘル言語とか。
So this is our older wine.
Tu veux piquer bois?
Ouais.
Tu vas verser quelqu'un d'autre. Tout seul, c'est pareil. Oh, ça descend loin alors.
Ouais, il y a un gros rempart.
Ouais.
Ça va encore là et sur le plein avec le bois devant.
Ah, ok.
Pardon? Oui. Ouais. The traditional in Alsace wine is pruning on two. Yes, but for me it's not good, and I prune my wine only of one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
South?
Yes.
Yes.
南。
そうです。
Un commentaire particulier sur cette magnifique parcelle?
Non, c'est notre meilleur whisking. Notre meilleur whisking est un des plus beaux terroirs du domaine.
So it's one of the best parcels maybe, but all together with Ronald and Got here on the upper side. We keep on the most beautiful places to grow the wine from our vineyards. All the parcels. It's also going further to this side, right? To the wooden part, to the other wooden part in some That's the one.
Okay.
And
あ、色
yes,
塗ってあるって。
so it's well, it's very important. Also, Riesling is a very adorated grape in Alsace. It's very important, and to keep it strict with the pruning and everything is making a higher standards on the grape.
Yeah, soil here is soil is also the with
No,
gravel.
here it's more. Here it's more sandy on the top of the soil, but
Under.
it's the same.
Ah, okay.
So that's why it's good that the vine is old, because on sandy soil, when it's dry in summer, vine is very bad. When it's too dry and too hot.
Ah, okay.
On sandy soil, because sandy soil don't keep water. But it's old vine with very deep roots, and so it can go very deeper to have the water. Water is in clay keeping.
Okay. いや、なんか上の方はその砂で下の方は粘土だから、なんかまあずっと高い標高のところは上が砂なんだって、けどその砂は水分保有しないんで、どんどん水が欲しくて下に行くって。
So here is what Pierre was telling you about, why he's keeping the grass quite high, developing different sorts of herbs, because in a few meters you see you have a great diversity of several grass you can find on the soil, which makes it more interesting and for the biodiversity also.
まあ下では見ないこれなんかスイスにあったね。
本当だ。
まあもっと標高高くなって、OK.
Voilà.
Yeah.
Let's head to the tour of the vineyard. Tu veux rincer au crayon ou c'est ça que tu veux dire? Parce que effectivement j'ai senti tout à l'heure ça sent quand même la partie de...
It's just for rinse.
Yep.
rinsing, yeah.
O 母さん基本的に全く理解していないので売ってないから勝手に本全部買った。
Oui, j'ai pris un stylo, je vois bien.
ああ、なるほどね。
Merci. Merci.
Crément brut on vintage 22 with most part 70% of Chardonnay and 30% Pinot Blanc.
Oh, Pinot Blanc.
This on this vintage there is no malolactic because 22 was very warm, very sunny, and to keep a good level of freshness and acidity, I made the choice to don't have malolactic. But it's really unusual.
Oui, c'est 22. Ouais.
Vintage があるの？
No.
So this vintage is the next that you order. je nous ai pas servi. Non. Merci. Chardonnay is one of my favorite grape variety in sparkling and in still wines too. But in sparkling, I really love Chardonnay because with Chardonnay you have a nice creamy bubble. And a nice body.
Oh.
C'est marrant, c'est un peu plus tonique que d'habitude.
Il n'y a pas de mal.
For the Cremant, you use only a single vintage.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
1 year, 1 vintage, is proper, it's more adapted to the way of making. Tu n'utilises pas de vin de réserve de toute façon.
Non, c'est très rare.
It's quite unusual also for the vineyard, I have to say, for a smaller producer in Alsace. We are allowed, just like Champagne, to have a reserve part, but specifically we work on a 1 year thing, or very, very, very rarely we could make something, but didn't happen for a long time.
Yeah. You put on the vintage, no?
No.
No. But normally you used to.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we also want to keep the quality year after year, so it's not something you can strictly taste.
ヴィンテージは書かないけど、あるんだって。混ぜては作らない。
This is 22.
22.
Next one is Pinot Blanc
Okay.
on vintage 23. So your next order is with 22, and the order that you made just since a few days.
Yeah, I said the airport.
It's 22.
Okay.
But I made a choice that let you taste 23 because so you can see what's the quality of this vintage on the next vintage.
Okay.
I think it's important.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tu veux que je serve, tiens.
Ça va.
Thank you.
Mm. 確かにね、辛口、シャーンとした辛口の。
本当だ、シャンとした。
Fresh, clean, nice body. Nice longness for a Pinot Blanc.
C'est bête.
Ouais.
Je sais pas, j'ai une face Pinot Blanc en ce moment, ça se pète.
Franchement, génial.
Mais j'ai jamais été franchement Pinot Blanc. Mais franchement. Et le vache Charlie aussi, de toute façon, tu le fais systématiquement.
Oui.
Mais c'est ça qui me plaît en fait. Ça va vite tourner sur le plat. C'est le haut cerveau qui me parle Pinot Blanc, c'est ça. bon quand c'est croquant.
Yes, later in the cellar I spoke about aging on lees, and
yeah.
and it's in fact yes, it's very important for me, and it's because it's Burgundy influence of me. I made all my studies in Burgundy.
Oh, really?
First in Beaune, and after in Dijon. And that's why I love Chardonnay, I love Pinot Noir. That's why the aging on lees is very important for me. And it's this is all around Burgundy.
まあ、折とずっといらせるやり方はブルゴーニュで学んだから。
Muscat 23.
My son Seito, he stayed at Dijon.
Oh yes.
4 months.
4 months.
Ah, nice.
Je peux parler un peu français.
Ah, oh là là.
Oui.
Magnifique.
Burgundy University.
Yes, j'étais
Dijon,
en français.
à l'ESC.
So,
Yeah.
ESC Dijon.
Yeah. University de Bourgogne. Yeah.
Congratulations.
And then after this trip, I and Shintaro back to Japan, but he stayed in the Burgundy again.
Yeah.
Cool. You enjoyed that? You enjoyed it there?
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
And to learning about
About
wine
wine.
philosophy and
Yes.
not making, but because of the
Yes,
said,
yes, yes.
but this
Yes,
is,
it's important.
That's a nice school.
Yeah.
So you can know everything you have to know to have the good words and to understand.
Yeah.
You stay how long you stay in Dijon this time?
This time,
Not only in Dijon, but I go around France, but about 6 months. Totally 6 months. Yes.
That's hard for mother to.
yeah.
Mais t'as été à Dijon toi aussi? En Diano. Ouais.
J'étais 3 ans à Dijon.
It's good for me. Too much work, so let's a little bit share to the work thing.
The next time we do the visit in French, because you will be just perfect in French.
Yeah.
French. Yeah. 美味しいね。
C'est bon. C'est un truc que j'ai appris ça en japonais.
So this is a perfect example of Alsatian Muscat with aromas powerful.
Ouais. Intense nose, intense expression also. Keeps it crisp. Very, very traditional. Very pleasant.
Crispy, freshness, but very long.
Ouais.
Aromas stay long in mouth.
You use 2 kinds of the muscat.
Yes. Yeah, you have great knowledges.
So what's the difference to do?
So in France we have I don't know how many names for muscat. So in this one there is 2 grape varieties muscat, muscat petit grain. With 60%, and the other is in Alsace we named it Muscat Automnal, but I think it's the same grape variety as Muscat d'Alexandrie.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you. これです。
Tu veux allumer la lumière?
Il n'y a que des lumières indirectes qui éclairent pas d'étoiles. C'est pas ça manque de lumière, tu trouves?
Je trouve que dehors, ça, c'est à sombre lumière.
Ouais.
This picture, you said that normally Alsace is too blank.
Yes,
to
yes,
you,
yes,
But you use only one,
yes.
so that's why you put on the grape only one side. No, what's meaning the pictures?
The picture, the meaning of the picture is it's the vine. Because for me the vine is the central element of the quality of the vine, of the wine. Sorry, and this is for some people it can be the moon, it can be the sun. It's the astral influence, and here you have the roots.
OK。なんかこれは月にも人によって見えるし、太陽にも見えるから、両方の影響を受けるものだから、ブドウは。OK。なんか1本しか残さないって言ってたから1本だけにブドウついてるのかなと思った。そういう意味ではなかった。
Risking 23
Okay.
on the fruit range. This Riesling come from old vine dans la plaine.
On the plain side, then lower from the village.
ああ、OK。平地のところ。
Nice young aromas of citrus and a good minerality for a young Riesling of plain. And a little bit salted.
そうだね。OK。
Now we taste a few wine of the terroir range, and we can begin with Baumgarten Pinot Blanc.
Sont sur 23 tous.
Ça c'est 2022. C'est un des seuls 2022. Je crois que c'est le seul 2022
Ok.
avec la VT.
Oui.
前のページに
Et le crément bien sûr.
こうなってるから
This is 22 vintage.
Okay.
The rest we tasted 23. This is 22.
23 is already in barrel.
なんだって
樽の中23は樽の中で今からは22まあ入ってんのと一緒だけどねって
I don't know if you remember, but it's another bottle, another label on this range.
いやあれ
あ
さっ
本当だ
き言ったところの高い畑どこだ
はこれ、高いのは L ドルまだ飲んでないで最初に行ったのはこのフロンホールズの他
Bomb Garden is the high
No,
higher
it's
place,
in the
not
plain.
the plain. Oh, but this has a name
Yes.
for the vineyard.
Yes. Every parcel has a name actually. Not everyone is beautiful
okay.
to use, but the translation of Baumgarten is the trees garden.
Trees Garden. 木のガルテンがガーデンなの。
This wine is all the vinification of this wine is made in oak barrels, in little oak barrels.
樽
Since the fermentation, and it's really like Burgundy vinification with fermentation, alcoholic fermentation, malolactic fermentation in oak barrel, and aging during 9 months.
No new oak.
I like this wine because it's really nice to pairing with dishes. The first mouth is very powerful, full-bodied, and the end of the mouth with really nice acidity, very fresh.
It's nice. So very gastronomic taste.
Yes.
How do the Japanese people drink wine? Did they drink wine alone or with food?
Normally with food.
With food.
Because of we have the 90% over the customers. Our customers 90% over restaurants and all over Japan. So they are very high quality, like Michelin star and so on. But not only the French, Japanese, Chinese, French, of course the French and Japanese. We have several kinds of the Japanese cuisine, so they deal with our wines. So that's why we sell to the almost the restaurants. Of course, we have the particulier common customers, but almost the restaurants.
You have shops where it's an online.
Online
approach.
now, online shop is now a little bit of development. We have now, but we have the small shop in office. So.
Okay.
So that's why it needs like your wines, very long taste. And, Just, we have to always to our sales to talk and sommelier and chef and so on, so on. So that's why we have to understand cooking, cuisine.
It's this one we just tried. It's very surprising when we don't know which kind of grapes it is. You know, when we put something so we can not see the wine, we are a little bit, we say, okay, what is this? We don't immediately recognize the Pinot Blanc.
Yeah.
It's a perfect wine for a blind tasting.
Yes. まさかピノブランとは多分思わない。
すごい人気ある。
Non, franchement, c'était. Mais déjà hier, quand je l'ai goûté, on l'a goûté en famille. Ça récourcit, mais c'est vrai que c'est ce côté aussi un peu moins.
So this is Chemin des Oiseaux. In English, it's Bird Street.
Bird Street, yeah.
It's Chardonnay, produced out of the appellation, so in French wine. And the name of the soil, of the plot, is in reality Vogelsgasse. It's German. It's German, and in French, it seems Chemin des Oiseaux, Bird Street.
Ah, okay.
And I put this name because in the French wine range, you can't put the name of the soil, the name of the plot on the label.
Oh, really?
For the Alsatian wines, the Alsatian range, absolutely. This is Chardonnay. You cannot make a still wine with the Alsatian appellation. It's a choice of grower. And indeed, you cannot announce which parcel you're producing on. You keep it standard. And this is Chardonnay and a few information, but no idea of it. So that's why we translate it. It's way more beautiful in French, I have to say.
Yes.
Also for French people.
Yeah.
But the birth path is, it's quite... Tu l'as planté quand?
Ça fait une quinzaine d'années. For this wine, like the Pinot Blanc, it's vinification in oak barrel with alcoholic and malolactic fermentation in oak barrel. But in this one, just a little more new oak. Because I find that Chardonnay love new oak.
2023. Can I order this wine?
Yes.
Okay.じゃあ今回のに足さないとダメなのかね。
Toujours une petite production quand même.
Can we addition for the order to this one?
Oui.
Yes?
No, Il Blanc not yet coming.
No.
No.
I just phoned on this morning
Okay.
to know if they come this week or not. And the girl say no, not this week. Next week. So on this wine, I made 2 bottling. The first in February, and the second, and the rest is already in barrel. So
2回に分けてするんだって。
I mean, you can have some 60 bottles now.
Now.
More after.
Okay. 今なら60本だ。
The bottling.
Yeah, it's okay. Can you put on 60 bottles?
Yes.
And when you next bottling,
yes,
inform
you
me.
can have
Yeah,
more
yeah.
because the next bottling is in 2 weeks.
Okay.
So
Yeah. We
No
add
problem.
the next order. You remind us. 今回60本。
じゃあ今回、
Next, you can.
60、
He calculates.
60分ね。
今回60本。
はい。60本しかないんで。
それで次にあと2週間後ぐらいにまた次するので、ボトル詰めするからそれ。
それは何本くらいいただけるのでしょうか。
So if you are going to the bottling the next time, in few weeks later, can we how yeah
How many?
くらい
so
Don't be afraid, it's Gino under the table. It's a cat. Don't be afraid.
yeah, it's okay.
Sorry.
no.
まあ大体ね、about
The total of in bottles is attends, il y a 7 barriques, ça fait 15 hectos, ça fait 2000 bouteilles, et j'ai une résa sur 1000.
Ouais.
Donc ils peuvent mettre une résa sur
Tu veux mettre 800 ou tu veux mettre la totale?
non, on peut leur faire une résa à 500 bouteilles.
À 500, ouais. It will be 500 bottles available for you. Yeah, for the next bottling.
Only
Okay.
for you.
Only for you. Your reservation, for you in particular.
I don't know how many because
it's okay.
You have to. Yeah. It's
you can inform me later.
yes.
Yeah, we have.
The thing
we
is, it's a very small production.
You're not bother you, so you can inform me.
No, it's a
possibility. Just
yeah,
a possibility.
absolutely.
Yeah.
He calculated it's 500 bottles.
Ah,
Et après, ils peuvent regarder. On peut regarder à la fin d'année ou quoi, ou tu penses que c'est
Yeah.
quelque
And
chose qui va
after
être fermé définitif?
C'est pas assez 500?
Non, elle demande juste.
Ok, bon.
Elle dit pas de stress.
No, it's okay.
Très bien.
So later. And then we do the management.
But I will write you an email with some specific
Yeah.
topics, absolutely.
So this is Gottloff on Muscat Petit Grain.
なんか2種類あるって言った方の1個。これか。
どれ？
これ。
あ、これか。
よかったね。
Tu te souviens de moi?
23. First nose is a little bit close, but in a few seconds with
Something else.
it's a very small production. It's smaller in production in 23 vintage. But it's one of the... C'est l'un des plus réussis du millésime.
Ah oui, one of the most beautiful wines you can find on this vintage. Very pure, high quality, very beautiful grapes.
Very round.
Round, but with a nice salted character. C'est un vrai vin de terroir.
Ça
Comment
tient.
tu trouves? Tu l'avais pas goûté encore en 2023, hein? C'est pas mal, hein?
Putain, la vache, il a une longueur de malade mentale par contre.
Et il y a une...
La salinité,
Ah non,
là.
La salinité,
c'est
elle est tellement belle, hein.
Accent en Asie, c'est une histoire.
C'est le muscat d'Alsace, hein.
Ouais, mais c'est pour ça que je suis un peu.
Faut le sortir quand même, ça. Quand t'as un terroir et une vigne équilibrée, que tu tailles très court, t'as tout, quoi.
Est-ce que vous connaissez l'histoire de l'étiquette, la signification?
Non.
Peut-être qu'on aura besoin. Mathilde de ton aide.
Ouais. Alors, elle se résume en une phrase. Le logo sur cette étiquette se résume en une phrase. C'est quoi oui, enfin, en gros, quand on respecte les équilibres, en respectant les équilibres, en respectant la vitalité des équilibres, la minéralité, l'identité, en respectant la vitalité des équilibres, l'identité du sol jaillit dans le vin. C'était ça.
Mais ça, j'aurais beaucoup de mal à le traduire.
Démontre.
Mais, bien sûr, je suis pour ça. We were just talking about this is those terroir wines with specific bottles, and the label is quite also important because this is actually a shot for the shoot of earth that Pierre throws in the air, and the translation of it, the way you should read it, actually as an image or as a philosophy, is that through all the balances in the vineyard, in the plant in itself, great vitality, great balances, you will find it's the only way for you to find the expression of the wine, and that's really his way of making wine that expresses in it. And yeah, it's a very important range created maybe 2 years. Quand est-ce qu'on a commencé?
Ça fait 2 ans. Hein.
It's the second vintage. We have terroir wines, which are very important for Pierre, because working with terroir, also on the Burgundy side, but of course very proud of the Alsatian terroir, because we have great terroir. This is a very important range. Fruit we do love, and fruit we love also to have the mineral expression, but this is the most high potential you find on the wine. And this is why Muscat is also so interesting, because it's quite impressive, the length and the salinity, this mineral expression you have for a fruited grape, because Muscat is Muscat. It can be also just fruit, but can be also much more through the expression of the terroir. And goes the same for Chardonnay, Pinot Blanc. Ils sont vraiment cool. Ils sont vraiment exceptionnels.
Merci pour ton discours, c'était bien, très très bien.
Ça va?
Très bien.
Ça correspond?
Ouais. Now, Erdengot.
We went to.
Like the Muscat, Gottlof, petit grain, it's pretty young. So it needs some months to be really open, and some minutes in the glass. C'est encore un peu fermé. Le nez, c'est pas trop sur le fruit et les agrumes. Pour l'instant, c'est plus sur côté pierre à briquet. Ce côté un peu réducteur.
Ouais. It's not so expressive on the citrus fruit or this fruity aspect you may find in the Riesling. Rather still closed. Even if you give it some air, it's still not giving what it should. On a small, alors là, pierre à fusil. On a stony, or it's not really on the expression of fruit, which will come later, but always allowing the minerality to express.
Un du gaillard.
Attends.
C'est bon.
Si là, moi j'avais jamais fait encore le full tasting. De toute façon, je suis même pas sûre d'avoir déjà tout goûté en terroir. Et franchement, il y a une différence quand même en expression, en longueur, en tension, en minéralité.
Heureusement, c'est le but.
Ouais.
Et c'est ça qui, tu pourras leur dire d'ailleurs. Il y a une vraie cohérence, quoi. Parce que là, tu as des expressions salines qui sont vraiment très caractéristiques.
Ouais. We were just discussing because we don't do that often together the tasting. Obviously, Pierre tastes his wines like all the time, but it's quite obvious the difference between the fruit range and the terroir range.
Okay.
And for me, it's quite impressive also to see. I do most of the time. I do remote working at home, and that's why I'm quite impressed. I'm just like you. I'm tasting the wine and discovering it, and it's huge. It's huge to see the difference, and the terroir. And it's specifically what it should be. It is, and it's beautiful.
Non, toi tu sais que...
Il va prendre une tarte. Viens chez quelqu'un d'autre, Jean-Jacques.
This is the boss.
Really?
Really the boss.
Je trouve le bureau, il est c'est la porte, quand je la fermais pas bien, la porte tombe même.
So this is the end of the dry wine selling. Oh,
Ouais.
not really in fact. Sorry, it's a mistake. Because now we have a Pinot Gris with just 3 grams per liter
Okay.
sugar. So I can put dry on the label.
Okay.
It's okay for you?
Yeah, we have the cat.
Ok.
Pinot Gris 23.
男の子だ
噛まれ
から
た噛まれ
噛まれた。
た甘噛み
ああ、そんな惜しいんじゃない。
ピノグリ
Je tiens à te préciser que même de manière globale, si c'était pas ok, il te le dira pas. Ça c'est la petite. Je te dis, il te le dira de toute façon.
Oh, faut sauveter les quand même. Enfin, je t'ai français aussi.
C'est vrai.
The particularity of this wine is that
とても辛いの。
60% is the vinification is made in big oak barrel, and the rest is in little oak barrel, like Burgundy vinification. So that's why you have a little oaky character.
なんか大樽発酵 60%、小樽発酵 40%。
あんま樽の感じしないよね。
C'est tiré comme ça.
Février.
Je crois que je m'aime.
Ouais, il y a un petit côté ami quoi.
J'aime bien, qui n'est pas pour le cuir, attention.
Ça, c'est pas encore à la vente.
Ouais.
Il y a encore du 2022 pour quelques mois. Et ce côté un peu jeune va s'estomper et ce sera juste bien pour la mise en marché.
We are tasting 23, but 22 will be for the next month is still there. It's just for you to see the harmony of the vintage and the next wines to see. But it will be needed some months before you see, see it and order it.
2022 est plus harmonieux encore. Maintenant, 2022 est plus harmonieux.
Ouais.
Ça, c'est encore un peu. La barrique est encore pas très bien intégrée. C'est encore un peu. Ça mérite encore un peu d'évoluer.
22, it's a wine which needs more time to find its harmony between the barrel and the standard big barrel Alsatian barrels. So still it's a little young. In the few months we will be kept in cellar will be just perfect for it to open correctly and find the balance.
Quelques jours de mer, ça lui ferait du bien aussi.
De mer? Ouais, je pense aussi. Quelques mois.
De bateau,
ouais.
Dry Gewürztraminer.
Do you still have these big issues on logistics? You had a huge delay for getting the wine, you told me per email. Is it still the case? The boat had to make a detour?
Yes.
Still now?
Still now.
Okay.
C'est bien ouvert.
Ouais. Already.
Vraiment ce côté rose. Rose.
Ouais. Very on the petals and you can see very fine pearl.
Rose.
はい。
バラバラ。
バラって書いてある。
バラだよ、バラ。
そこに
です。
Allez, hop.
How old is he? Quel âge?
4 years old.
Ouais, de mémoire.
Ça, tu me vieillis, tu... Non, désolé. Oui, je sais que tu l'aimes bien. Ça pose aussi, ça.
Il a une maîtrise des amers là-dessus, je suis scotché. D'ailleurs, j'ai hâte de goûter le...
Ouais. It's one of my favorite wine of this vintage.
Very interesting for the gastronomy.
It's yours?
Oh, so
ビ
nice!
ンティアール
Oh,
C'est un sac.
beautiful!
他のこれもこれない
Is
か
it Bermani?
Ah,
Comment ça s'appelle?
Noir rouge.
I don't know the name in English.
And we have the two. One is this one.
オレンジワイン6.7安っ
One is this one.
Oh.
Wow.
Ouh là là, quelle beauté. Beautiful.
He or she?
Majestic.
White is he, and this one is she.
Okay. This is the favorite place of the cat.
Que tu aimes les chats chat.
よかったね。
Est-ce qu'ils ont des chats de.
Putain, la
Des
star,
chats de.
quoi.
Des chats de race, c'est toi, t'es un.
Star, bah.
お気に入りの場所。
ボス、ボス。
Chat de gouttière. Putain, la star, quoi.
T'es beau quand même.
Okay.
So, this is orange wine
Yep.
with Gewürztraminer, and it's nature vinification.
Ah, tu l'as fait?
Oui.
Thank you.
T'arrêtes?
Ouais,
Ah oui. Quelle heure il est?
Oh.
Eh ben, ouais, manifeste-toi. Tu veux que j'introduise ton départ?
今回オーダーしたと思ったんだよなちょっとだけ
私なんかもう見もしないでだひたすら何しちゃったか空港でやった
8 days of skin contact. 3 first days with very cold to have specific aromas of Gewürztraminer, and after 5 days in fermentation, but only the first step of the fermentation. With a low level of alcohol, because the level of alcohol go high, you extract more tannins, and I don't want to have a big level of tannin. I don't like for orange wine. And after the rest of the fermentation, out of skin contact in steel tank, and a few weeks later, malolactic fermentation.
皮と一緒にいらせる発酵を低温でやるのが好きなんで、なんでかさタンニンがあんまり多くなるのが嫌だから、それを5日間、その後皮をのかしてマロラティック発酵。
もう
In fact, I don't want to make malolactic fermentation, but I want nature wine made. So, tu es obligé de la faire la malo, sinon c'est pas stable.
you have to stabilize the wine. You have to go through the malolactic fermentation. So the wine, you don't have any surprise in bottle in the future because we keep it nature. So it's the only way to make it stable.
まあマロラティック発酵することでなんかそんな危険がないっていうかこういう作り方をしてもそんな恐ろしい変化をしてしまうとかいう
Ça lui donne un peu de corps.
ローラクティック加工やるとね、脂質が安定する。
なるほど。だからまあなんかあんまり好きじゃないんだけどこれに関してはした方がいいと思うからする。
Je suis pas fan des vins oranges de manière globale, mais ça n'a rien à voir avec ce que j'ai goûté quand même. Je trouve effectivement, encore une fois, là sur les amers, on est vraiment pas du tout sur les tanins, sur les amers. Ça reste dentel quoi. Pour avoir tu fais la malo, hein, mais pour avoir un pet de croquant en plus, mais t'es obligé de passer par la malo quoi. Mais au contraire, ça lui donne un caractère plus grassouille. Et franchement, c'est pas pour déplaire non plus. Parce que sinon, t'as le livrure sec, on va dire, rien à voir quoi. Mais ça leur donne 3 profils vraiment différents. Good night.
Yeah, a little bit tired. The rest.
He sleep outside.
Oh.
And he is hunting all night long.
Oh.
And he sleep the day and he hunt the night.
Nice.
And in winter he sleeps the night and the day.
It's good. Nature. Natural wild. Yeah.
Standard for cats.
Yeah.
Yes, I see. I apologize. I take for a long time rendezvous in a doctor.
So you have to go to the hospital.
Yes, with my daughter.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's okay. We have a long time.
Yeah.
So I just have to leave you.
Oh, yeah, it's okay.
I'm so sorry
No,
for
no,
that
no.
because I prefer to stay with
Yeah.
you. It was a great honor for me to meet you all.
Yeah.
Pierre told me a lot about you, and I'm so happy to meet you today.
Yeah.
I wish you a very nice trip back. Good luck for your
Thank
6
you.
months.
Thank you.
And thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
your
Thank you.
visit.
Thank you.
Je vous laisse. Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, I know I just hear about appointment with a doctor in France. It's so difficult to.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I hear to get the other producer said.
The generics it's okay, but very specific doctors.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. It's, thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
À plus, salut.
シャスが12時です。ハンバーグ。感情的な安さ。
それしまいにさ
これなんだ。
これ甘いやつ。甘いやつはうちに別にあるからなんかいいよ。
これでもある？
何か？
あ、これか。なんでもいい。
こんな感じで食べてる。遅すぎない。そうそう、なんかもったいないな。
Are you okay with the time also?
Yeah.
Or are you in a hurry? It's okay?
No, it's okay.
Thank you. もう心に誓ったろ。
もう心に誓った。
俺もこれに誓った。
いや、ここやりづらすぎるあまりにも。めちゃめちゃ苦手。俺が苦手なだけだけど。
いや、私も苦手。
超下手くそ。 ガリガリガリっていつもやるか。もう上だけ。
上だけのがやりやすい。
Pinot Noir
Okay.
on the fruit range. Just to rinse.
Okay.
うるさいうるさい。でも安いよね。普通より安い。生徒君が美味しいって言ったところはもっと安かった。びっくりするくらい。
いやもう
なんだっけ。あ、ビネロンで見せて。
そうそう
いや悪くないよ。
そうそう悪くなかった。ちょっとお土産チックな感じ。ラベル段がちょっと飲んでる。もっと
なん
安くて
か変な帽子かぶったみたいな、よくわかんないな。
There is no place. No more place.
No more place.
Really on the fruit, vinification with 10 days skin contact. Two first day cold and after higher in temperature. But all the fermentation, all the alcoholic fermentation on skin.
OK。
And after still tanks, no oak.
ああ、そっか。皮と一緒に発酵させるやり方っていうのはフルゴーニュだと当たり前だけど、フルゴーニュで学んでるからそうなの。うちの生産者は比較的フルゴーニュを学んだ人ばかりたまたまやってるだけの話で。
エリア的にはそんなになんかじゃああれなんですね。当たり前ではないっちゃ当たり前のエリアってことで。
ジュース絞っちゃったら皮と一緒に絞ったら赤いから
あ、もうそのまん
別
ま。
に、皮と一緒に発酵させる必要性はないけど皮と一緒に発酵させるんだって言ってるからなんでそんな言うのかなと思ったらフルゴーニュで学んだ。
セドオリエスカルゴー
ちっちゃい。ちっちゃい。
美味しいこのピノ。
安い。
A nice crispy side.
いや、モンソジョにより安い。
めちゃくちゃ安い。
モンソジョにより安い。
若干安いね。
同じように使えるな。
Perfect summer red wine.
美味しいね。まああっちの方がもうちょっと若干複雑になるのか。こっちはフルーティー一直線みたいな感じだから。ソーセージビーマンこういうの。
Ça, c'est 23.
なるほど。
That's really good.
Ouais. Ça devient trop. Tu es jeune, Mimi?
Ouais, c'est déjà.
Propre, c'est bien. Hein.
Ça
Pas
fait,
cerise, noyau de cerise.
ça fait le boulot.
Ah ouais. C'est des anciens stocks d'étiquettes. Tout on a refait faire des créments.
Now Gewürztraminer in sweet version.
スタンダード。でもモ
ああ、そうだね。うん、なんだか分かんなかったから私なんか。まあ基本的にこれなんか。
わかりやすく書いてあるけど。
裏にもワインって書いてあるんで。
Before the dry Gewürztraminer was more on the rose side,
Yeah.
and this one is more on the lychee side, orange,
Light
and
orange.
some spices too. Côté girofle.
Little bit difficult to the sweet wines because we don't have the culture and the custom to drink wine.
Yes.
The sweet wine. Just only the knowing for the sweet wine equal dessert and sweet wine is from the Bordeaux.
Yes, okay, maybe.
Sauté and a little bit heavier sweet and higher price and so on.
Right, okay.
But we start to import Coteau de Layon from the Loire. The very minerality and good way to the oh, it's okay, so this is good and the customers
Right.
can begin to enjoyable. Okay, and we start to import Coteau de Layon and Coteau de Layon Chaume, and we good sales, and I think it is also the good for the because of the sweet, but not too sweet.
Yes, exactly.
And Japanese like always aftertaste is a minerality.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we are very happy to find out more easily.
Absolutely.
It's exactly what I want to say because the end of the mouth is fresh.
Yeah, very fresh.
And this is because en fait c'est vraiment ce caractère silice. C'est grâce à la silice qu'on a cette fin de bouche vraiment
Very
fraîche, quoi.
typical, you remember in the parcel, the silicious
Yeah,
clay, and this is the job of the silice.
Okay.
The silice makes it an enjoyable salivation at the end, which washes away this residual sugar you may have, making a very nice tense balance between the body, the fruit, the expression, and this back end quite fresh. And this is really the role of this particularity of soil.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a little bit water before to taste the last red wine?
Yes.
言うってことはそうしろってこと。
Plus
シャ
compliqué
ルドネも
pour
す
eux
げえ人気あるよ。
à positionner en rayon ou en style parce que ça part directement sur de la Bourgogne si tu présentes un chardonnay sur
安いんですよ。
les gens comprennent pas d'où ça vient, c'est quoi, etc. Et du coup, en soutien des deux autres terroirs, ça peut être en fait un bon truc pour présenter. Et son préf, c'est le Baumgarten.
This is the Fronols Pinot Noir. Already in barrel. That's why it's a little
Still
bottle.
in barrel, yeah.
春
C'est-à-dire quoi? Already?
今まだ春の中に
Déjà? Ah
ただ
oui,
これ
déjà, et
が瓶
encore,
に
je me trompe.
Je t'ai compris.
And it will be bottling in the same time like the Chardonnay in 2 weeks. I mean, I hope.
うん
Et sur celui-là, il y a plus de volume que sur le précédent.
Que sur 22.
Ouais, il y a moins. Enfin, on était à 20, 2020, 21, j'en ai pas fait, 22 non plus. Et là, donc tu peux le placer. Là. Il y a... Vas-y, ça.
T'en as plus de 3
Corso,
2020
non.
actuellement.
Non,
リコリスっていう
mais ça, il y a 1500 bouteilles.
Ouais.
Il y a moyen, et j'ai personne dessus en plus.
Okay. This is this particular vintage. We made a little bit more quantity.
うん
The first vintage was 2020.
うん
No 21, no 22 for
Ah,
this
yeah.
wine. So the 23 will be
quantity.
more availability. Still a smaller production as some other wines, but here you have some
Okay.
availabilities. Very specific wine for it's a very big connoisseur wine.
1000 bottles of this one is possible.
うんこれちょっといくらあるのかなはいはい
これはちょっと高橋適正な価格にしております。
3980円ぐらいにしてくんねえかな
Yeah, it's interesting to taste it all.
Yeah.
Even on wine fair, it's not possible to take 100% of the range.